It is not too complicated. I know you're thinking that, but look, this is what it looks like. You make this blocky thing for the close, and the computer software, when you add a modifier, converts it into this. Divides it by 4s. That's the one underneath. This is the one on top. And yeah. All right, now it's time for the skirt. Don't know what I'm clicking. Down left. As you can see, no, we are not going to do that reference art. Way too complicated. That's more of an advanced thing, and this is made for newbies. So we're going to click these, hold down Shift, click these, hold down Alt to snap into views, and just do H. And after that, let's add in the more simplistic version, links in the description. Just grab and drop your file in, then boom. Okay, Alt S, Alt G, Alt R. Wait, make sure I have it selected. Duh. Okay, here we go. All right, and just kind of line it up where you think it should fit. And make sure image, you do that only on access, so you can't see it from that view. And we're going to do front. So you can't see from that view, but we can see it from this view. And we also want to see that doesn't back of the object. All right, we're going to click this, then this, and make sure you line up the feet as best as you can. It's not symmetrical. Just S to scale. It's not completely even. We just want the skirt outline. That's all we really want. Okay, Shift D, duplicate, right click, let go from the top, do a mouse button, then Alt to snap, then R, then Alt, Control, and snap right there. All right, then make sure you have this thing selected. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Hold down Control to snap it. G on the Y-axis, about right there. And after that, this one I want it from both views, so just do both. All right, Shift D again, duplicate it, right click, let go. Do it from the front, go right here. All right, we don't want it from this side, so just do that one. So now we see it from behind. And just do G, X. We're just trying to get the skirt. All right, our reference is ready. All right, don't know what I'm clicking. Down left, and click your reference art. It's way too bright, so I'm gonna make mine down to 3. Make it down to 3. Don't know what I'm clicking. This middle mouse button, then Alt to snap in views, and then mouse button, then left click, then Control to snap. So I'm doing that to a 3. All 3 selected. All right, zoom out, go to Add, Mesh, Circle. Make sure you have this selected, then Edit Mode. All right, make sure you have this, then grab it, then Control, put it about right here, on numpad, S to scale. Make sure you have this selected, S to scale, about right here-ish. Everybody's different, unfortunately. See. S, Y, S, Z, just kind of as close as we can. All right, E, right click, let go. Let's put it about right here-ish. And we can deform it later, so don't worry about that. Like this, just click the whole thing, Alt, N. We calculate outside, so don't want that problem. Then E, right click, let go, move it down, about right here, S to scale. C. Doesn't have to be perfect. S, Y. S, Y. Kind of like that. Doesn't it? Let's see. All right, so we can do Control R, add another loop right here. Then Control Alt S to find it out, but we just want to do the back. Click this and click this. And just kind of, first we need to get rid of 1/2. So select this. face, this, add modifier, mirror. Click these two. All right. So now we're gonna see, select this, Alt S. This is gonna kind of like put it out more. You do the wheel on the mouse button, make this bigger or smaller. Just do about right here-ish. And now, let's see, we can do some neat tricks. We're going to do this. First, we just select this. Then we're going to hide it. We don't need it for now. And see, select this. Select every single one. Just hold on Shift and left click. Except face select as well. Turn this off for now. Then E, right click to let go. S to scale. Let's see. It's doing it over here, but it's not ideal. So I can do individual origins and just see Alt S. Alt S, move it kind of in. You don't want to close it too much. All right, and click all the bottom ones. Then X, faces. All right, see, a skirt is already forming. Yeah. See, click this, S to scale. See, kind of just scale it out. See, now we add a new modifier, shrink this one down, add subdivision surface. So now it starts to smooth it. As you can see, it is not done. It is terrible. I know. I want this to be kind of like come out more. So I'm going to select all these. See. Alt S. See, we don't want that. We just want S. See what we did? Then SY to kind of bring it all back down. And see? Now it's really aggressive. And you can go out of here, go to tab, right click, shade smooth. Oh, this is right here is the one we have cloaked. So make sure you have this selected and start to bring everything out. Make sure you have this selected. No, and after that, just, we don't want to go like that. We don't want to do that yet. We just want to move on this axis. All right, just click the whole thing, Alt S. Oh, see, I can fill it up if you want to. I forgot about that. See? Yes, fill it up as you want. We don't need that on. Just fill it up. Fill it up as you want. Okay, that looks pretty good for me. Got that, Control R. I want to add another one. Alt S. Let's see. Actually, don't want to make that one. Let's see. Okay, so click this. Just kind of see that. Just kind of pushing it out. Want to make sure there's no skin that gets in there. Okay, I'll click all these. Well, I'm going to have to do it's like this. What are you doing? Are you freaking nature? Who are you? Who do you think you are? So GG and just kind of go all the way down. All right. Just select the whole top. But right there, just the top. Like no other ones that are like in weird spots. So we could do that. So we only got the top. SZ0. Wait a minute. What door already is that? Oh, I thought I was smart. Okay. Do Alt H. Now it's on hidden. And go to this view, and it's all flat and everything. See, click this. Get this cool flat look. Select this. See? The only problem we have is it needs to be adjusted because every character is different. She has nice child-bearing hips. I'm sorry, I'm a caveman. I just don't get some of the body, the way some of the body is shaped. I still think it's weird how you humans reproduce. Okay. All right. Just move this out. All right, it's looking pretty good. And just make sure on edge select this. And also hold down Shift and select this. Oh no, we want No, it's off now. Okay, Shift E. That's going to sharpen it. Do it. Make sure this selected. Do these ones as well down here. Make sure you only get the top one selected. Shift E. See how this can make it really sharp. After that, for example, turn this off. Can put it out more if you want to make it so it has cool indents. That's the scale. Just gonna move it this way some. All right, and click this. As you can see, we get this sharp look. You can also extrude it out. Now it makes it look really cool. But first, we need to keep modifying it because this character's body is wacko. Clickbait. Okay. Just make sure it's kind of all in. As close as you want, not too close. Now after that, come back again, make this smaller. Or turn it off and just kind of want it small, turn this off. Just okay, about like that. And move around. And just see this clipping over here. Just move it. Make sure you have these selected. I think it goes in deep. You want those. Make sure you have this one selected. This one does a whole range. Dang, why is it going so out? I don't want to go that much in, turn this off. See what we're dealing with? It's too deep. So I'm going to select these, right click, smooth. And put it out. All right. And yeah, the skirt is forming. Now we're going to do some small fixes. Let's see. Just kind of, see. Take your time, make it look as pretty as you want. See how it moves it along? For example, want this to be closer. Just make sure not to go overboard. Does this really cool look. So you see how this flares out? Just kind of flare it out. Just you can kind of see. After that, put this one up. There's a lot of cool things you can do if you think about it. Get this. References are different. Do whatever looks cool to you. So for me, I think I like it flared out. Like that. It's up to you. Just kind of tap it in. All right, and we could also Alt click this if you want to add this cool thickness right here. So just go E, right click, let go, Alt S. See, brings it out. Awesome, isn't it awesome? Yeah, and Tayado. See, as thick as you want. See this? You can also click the edge. Just Shift E. Make it sharp. Don't make it sharp. Do what you want. Same thing over here. All right, and it's about everything. Some of these pockets are really deep. It's up to you if you want to make them deeper. You can make them deeper. Alt S, or just tap them in like that to make them deeper and more rich. But keep in mind that rigging is going to be a pain in the rear. Like, rigging skirts is hard. All right, take your time for it to look as cool as you want. All right, now it's time for the sweater, top sweater. And one of the ways to do it, zoom out, don't know what I'm clicking, down left, go to Add, Mesh, Circle, and we're going to do a 16. After that, go to Object Mode, go into Edit Mode, Make sure you have this selected, middle mouse button, Alt to snap it in views. Left click to select this, Control to snap it, and slash dot on the numpad. All right, hold on Z to go to wireframe. Okay, S to scale, turn off this. And the reference is way off, so we can't always go off the reference. So we can go about here. You can change the skirt and whatnot later, depending on how you want it. Okay. S, Y. Okay, now we get add a modifier. First, let's delete the other half. Select this, make sure you have the other half selected. X, faces. Add modifier, mirror. Then make sure you select these so you have the whole thing selected. And after that, we can add another modifier. We're going to add, subdivision surface. So it moves it up. Okay, make the mirror go up so you can see what I'm doing. Select that to 1. I have to add another one, shrink wrap. All right, this one's interesting. So you click it and you click on your object and it snaps to it. Move this up to a 1. And where the yellow is where it is. And what's gray is where the modifier is affecting it. So if I go up on here, see, it goes like that. So yeah. All right, now let's just start. E, kind of go up, S to scale, S, X. Just kind of move everything along. Turn this on to get some fraction. Okay, now I wonder if any woman watched this video. I think it's just men that watch my channel. Actually, no, there is a few of them. There's a few women that watch it, surprisingly. Let's see, E, just go up. Deselect your modifiers so you can see what's actually going on. See what's actually going on. And just select that. All right. All right, select it back on, see what we're dealing with. You need to, see, pump it out. All right, see how it's glitching out? It needs more geometry. GG, 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 GG. It needs to be more spaced out geometry. Move this one out. All right, now we can select it. Alt S. Now for the middle, we could do something interesting. Click these. Make sure you're right here. Add vertex. Control I. Assign. Now after that, go to minimize this. Click right here, then right here. All right. It affects everything except for the middle. Let's see. We want this one to be affected though. Assign. We just don't want the top one. All right. So go back into object mode, right click, shade smooth. Now it's smooth, then go back in, edit mode, and it looks sloppy and messed up. We got another modifier, smooth. Just click these two, just adds one smooth, that's all it does. All right, now we're gonna, let's see, introduce slash on the numpad. Don't forget to turn off shrink wrap modifier to see what's going on. And let's see, about right there. We're going to go up again. Turn off everything so this gets in the way. SZ0 E, and move it about right here. All right, this is supposed to be right, we're going to make this sloopy thing. How it kind of goes like that. That's really neat. We can do that. How do we do it? Don't forget. I'll show you. Control R, that known right here. And after that, let's delete this. What we are going to do is to start making one right now. See how I'm making it? See how we click this? This is an 8. That's exactly what we want. Kind of move everything to place. Let's kind of move everything. Doesn't have to be perfect. For example, if we do shrink wrap again, it kind of shows you where it all is. And we just have the modifier. Sometimes it really helps you to concentrate if they're off. GG. We want everything to be spaced out as much as possible. Slash on the numpad. Control R, so I know one right here. You also want it to be leveled out. GG. Okay. Slash a numpad, and we click this. We want this natural dip on both sides. And we do not have enough geometry right here, so we need more. So Control R, add one more. We need to have equal map from all sides. Really helps with rigging if it has enough. All right. Okay, click back these on. It's freaking out because all right. Just kind of click the whole thing, right click, circle. Oh, I don't know what circle is. Oh, don't freak out. Edit, preferences. Just type in, go to add-ons, do loop right there. S to scale. Well, not too small because the sweater is supposed to be baggy. An E right there. And now the sweater is forming. See, then E again, about right there. Then I have to add all the modifiers back. See, it is forming. It needs more geometry though. Just click these. Control B. This would kind of fan it out, give this more geometry back here. GG. See, I want to be more geometry in the armpit area. We need a lot of geometry for that area. You can just do that and delete it. All right, and I'm gonna show you how to do this cool thing right here. Before we do that, we need to, okay, now let's click everything, see what is forming. It's forming pretty good. SZ0, it depends how high you want the top sweater. For me, let me see, vortex. See, Control R, add one right here, and let's go delete that one. I'll just do that one for now. All right, and we still Control R right here, and it's freaking out because it wants to be closer to the geometry. What do I mean by that? See, Alt R. So Ironmouse is baggy right here, so the shrink wrap modifier may not work right here properly. It's kind of freaking out. Here's why it's freaking out, because it doesn't know where to go, because it's far away. So let's click this, these back on, show what I mean. So let's see, go closer, and you see what it actually is. It's better, it's more accurate if it's actually closer to the object than it is if it's farther away. Behaves a lot better. I still want that natural look, so what I'm going to do is GG. I really want that. I like that look. So just kind of do that design. Slash on numpad. There's multiple ways to do it because I still want this to all flow in geometry wise. I don't like it how it's like this. Do K. Just shift, snap it. snap it right there, then enter. All right, we are slicing and dicing. So we made this thing up here, Control R, right there. Then now we have this extra, a little bit of geometry right here, which is neat. Let's see, any more triangles? You guys see any more? So what we're trying to do is make this cool flow. We want this flow. Let's see. M at center, M at center, M at center. Yeah, I like that flow. See how it has that flow? That's good flow. Then around here, that's what we want. Just click this and right click and smooth vortex to make it smooth. Just kind of, oh yeah, have click this selected and turn everything back on. And you can see it starts to look better. The armpit area needs to be closer. So what do I mean by that? I mean, it's really far apart. That's why it's acting weird. Control R. Alt S. See, now it's closer to the body. Let's move this right here. This right here. And yeah, take a good look at it. It's really depending on what you want. Now, if you want some thickness to it, you can add another modifier, solidify. You can also do that for skirt as well if you want to. And it adds thickness to it. You can see, click this, and just adds thickness. You can also click this if you want. For me, I just usually do all that stuff later, so exit for me, it gets in the way. All right. You see how it's baggy? We can't always have it tight in some areas, so we do the same thing we did before. Go down here, remove, and now it's allowing itself to be baggy. Remove, see, remove. All right. All right, now we can see it goes past the arm a little bit. It makes it a pain in the neck to rig, but we're going to do it because it wants us to. That's the scale. Okay, it needs to be right there. Turn off our modifiers, just makes it easy. Control B. Just to add it right there. I want it to be around each side. And let's see, we add more geometry to later if we need it. All right, a little break. All right, now let's turn these back on, see what we're dealing with. It's looking pretty good. Kind of have it matching. Now it's time for this part. And look at your reference. It gets wider at the end, which is neat. Just kind of scale it out, but right there-ish. And the rest, we kind of Alt S. I need to shrink it down. Let's see. The geometry is fighting. It's stuffed up right here. I won't be quiet. I won't be quiet. All right. Now, as far as this goes, I recommend doing that as a texture because I did it before. The avatar I have right now, I did it. It's not the best optimized. Okay, now let's see. Let's turn these off. Control R, put about right here. And just kind of put it where you think it needs to be. All right, E, right click, let go, S to scale. Get to see any reference, how close it is. See, could do about right there. It's good to have exaggeration. Click this, then faces. All right, and turn these back on and see how it's smooth right there. We don't want that. A, Alt, N, reset Victors. It looks freaky, don't freak out. Control E, clear, sharp. All right, now go to edge select, Alt left click this, Shift E. That sharpens it. Now Control E, that sharpens it. So now I click this up here, see how it's sharp. And I think you can do the same up here too. Mark sharp. Yeah, so that's how you mark it sharp. I think you can. So you can also do it up here if you want to. This depends on what you want. Kind of like if it has a natural look, Control B. So let's turn off your modifiers, see what's going on. Control B, see what Control B does. It's fun to try out new things and see what works. Nah, that does for me. I actually want it a little bit more that way. Okay, that's good. And that's pretty much it. It depends on what you want. Click that if you're going to move it. So also what I did before was click all this. I click subdivide. I don't recommend subdividing, do it in this way. I'm just showing you how I did before. And Alt S, that's what I did. I don't exactly recommend that, but you can do it if you want to. I'm just going to texture it, but it is really nice to get those grooves. Let's see. As you can see, it's basically just a texture anyways, if you really look at it. It also has a baggy look to it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. There's multiple ways to do it. You usually add the mirror, we add the modifiers, then you can get more baggy feel. Let me show you. It's kind of rugged out, random it. Kind of gives it a better feel. All right, do the same thing over here. Kind of randomly do it. All right, and modifiers are on. And this thing's, some spots do not handle the shrink wrap well. See, turn this off and just kind of look at everything. And to me, that's looking pretty good. It depends how the flow you want it. I wanted it to flow specifically that way. Sometimes you can flow exactly this way as well. I try and make this tutorial simple. All right. And now it's time for like the other sweater. The sweater in here. Top. Undershirt. There's many words to call it. And we're gonna make that a separate object, makes it easier. So just do this. Shift D. P selection, make sure in object mode, and should be like this stupid thin line. Here we go. See this thin line? Just do show and go edit mode after that. Now we're here. Move down. How many do we have? We have 9. I don't want 9. Let's get rid of 1. Edge. We added. Oh, how do you get rid of it? How do you get rid of it? Here you go. We added 1 for the back because it really needed it. All right. And we needed this one to be just as to scale, make sure it's really close together. And this is supposed to be underneath it. It's supposed to be way down, so I can shove it down here as to scale. So you kind of have to guess what stuff is because there's stuff in the way. S, Z0, up to E again. SY. Then E again. Now, it'd be kind of hard to navigate to both close. So what I'm going to do is make it a little bit smaller, about half. All right, it's about half, so I can't see it. And it depends if you want to go all the way up and do it. I'm just going to do the whole thing, just show you guys how to do it, I guess. Just E and go up. Turn off your modifier so you know exactly what you're doing. Just mirror one, Alt S. All right, see how, turn this on. Kind of get exactly what we're going on. Right, E, right click, go, put it about, turn this off, put it about right here-ish. And this actually is supposed to stop around here for how physics work for tops. I don't wear tops, so I don't know. Leave a comment down below if you do. Then again, I'm not a woman, so I don't wear half this stuff. Just X. Like that. Don't have to delete yet. We can just kind of go again one more time. Ends the low cut you want. Right, now I'm click right here. Yeah, vortex, it deletes everything. Just delete it. All right, now start doing the straps. Just delete it. Realize I don't need it. Just delete these ones, make new ones. After that, we'll turn on modifiers. Make sure it's about right there. SY0, SY0, SY0. Just kind of go like that. New slash, so I can just see it. And just click these ones, then F. All right, this gaping hole. It is not good to have a gaping hole like that. So let me show you how to fix that. It's not good for business. Just do E, F, F. See this? This is supposed to be its own thing. Just have this selected and just bring it down right here-ish. Put that modifiers back on and just do slash and numpad so we know it's just doing this. See, it is working. And do the same thing we did before. And I think it's a cousin, so it has it. See, remove. See, it just removes. Remove. And we want these ones to be really tight, close together, like really in. Do not want to see the underclose. And we start to see it. Okay. Make sure our modifier is on. Make sure everything's kind of spaced out. Yeah, and take a look to see how everything works. So if everything looks good to you, that's the most important thing. Slash the numpad, go back. Make sure you go to object mode, right click, shade smooth. Then click this one, then H to hide it. Okay, now go back to this. Where is it? Where's the middle one? Here we go. There you go, it needs to come out. See, click this, Control B. Do we need this extra geometry? Not really. Now, anything that's like, doesn't really exactly 100% want to come out, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's see, you can even go down here, remove. So you can even have more. I'm not going to do that. You can even get rid of this, turn this off. Oops, no, not that. You just do 1, 2. Why is it doing it? Oh, here we go. All right. As soon as I get things look good, don't worry about too much about clipping. See, you even have it turned off, put it above it. Okay. Make sure you have room for the wings. All right, some for the wings. And click this, F. See how I can really fill it up. Just depends on what you want. Either that or you can just kind of just move it along. For me, I'm just going to do an F because it brings it closer. You can also do an F right here if you want to. And do slash, make sure in that mode. Actually, no, you can see in here. So just click this. That's what it is. We do not want. Dang it, I lost it. Click this, X vortex, because we want this to be hidden underneath. Slash on notepad, just focus on that. Just kind of curve it out. Make it look as pretty as you want. You can also click all these. As far as it being like jagged, it looks a lot better if you do that, and just in edit mode looks a lot worse. Also, it depends how close it is to the geometry of where it is on the geometry and where it grabs off the geometry. So R, we add Control R. We actually start to get some advantages if you add more geometry. Try not to add too much geometry though. You can add one more right here. Control B. There we go. It's supposed to be thinner wrap. No fear. That go up too high? Technically, you don't only need the space here. Because it's going to be covered by the shirt, so I'm not so concerned about that. It's up to you for how much detail you want, don't want to add. Just depends on what you want, how thick you want it. Make the straps smaller. Just kind of move it along, just GG if you want to. So you get them nice and thin. And it looks like they're just right past this bump. Oh, what that was good. And it's going in between each other. So when you make this actually one step up, See that? Look around. And you could also add some thickness to it if you want to. Last finishing touches. So you can add thickness to stuff. Click this, for example, the skirt. You can add solidify. It makes it thick. And it's not optimized to have it throughout, so it can just do the rim, and we can put this down at the bottom so it only does the rim. And you can make this even thicker. Thick as you want. See, isn't that neat? I'm probably gonna have it at probably at 3. And you select this as well, do the same thing. Add solidify, and it puts it at the, just make sure it only does the rim. See, gives it some thickness to it, which is actually awesome. Same thing right here. Add solidify, and just do the rim. Now this needs to be flipped. The whole thing, Alt N, calculate outside. All right, now it's calculated. And as you can see, plenty thick. It all has thickness to it. And as far as just do some finishing touches, for example, this is a little too short for me. See, let's do this one. So it just depends on what you want. I think that's fine. You can always keep tweaking. Always spend your time doing with stuff. As far like when it has a little clipping here and there, some people would just do it as a sprite. We can fix that later. So yeah. All right. Now we'll do some nice cool things to the skirt. Going to add another solidify. Make sure your subdivision surface is the very last one at the bottom. Click that, then click this. And let's move this to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or more if you want to. You see how it does this thick layer within? Make sure in edit mode. See how it goes in, that's what we want. And up here, delete this, X, vortex. Then just do slash on the numpad, and this is what you get. Nice and thick. It's optional, or you can have it go all the way in if you want to. I'm not going to do that. It takes up too much polygons, makes it nightmare to rig. If you do want it to be thickness all the way through, I would do that way later after the rigging phase. Slash again, looks good. You can also make this go up more if you want to. See, click this. Like if you want to have that inner look. For me, I don't really care enough. You can get that if you want to. So actually, no, I might want to do that. See how it gets that look? And click the numpad. You can see it goes all the way in. Looks really neat. You can do that if you want to. For me, it's good either way. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Now I'll move on to the shirt and make sure to smooth this at the very bottom. Okay, add another solidify. Make sure to smooth it all at the bottom again. Make sure you shrink your other modifiers. Just kind of make them down. All right, click this, then click only rim. Then let's see closely. Just move this to a 5. Gives nice thickness. Gives nice thickness up here. Let's see. And there's some clipping right there. That's good. All right, out of there. Now click on this, slash on the numpad, because everything else in the way gets really annoying. And let's do another solidify. Shrink your other modifiers down. Then let's grab your smooth one all the way down. And let's do rim only right here. And let's do a 2 sounds good. You don't want to clip through each other. Yeah. Just blast back into here. Let's hide this and hide this. So only get this. You see some clipping right here. Just rotate to get this natural cool look. You can use some more geometry right here. Control B to add in a little more. GG. You don't want to snap. All right, and just kind of, because we have this more new geometry down here, we can kind of just shove up. You don't want any, see, clipping. That looks good. And as far as this, it can be anything you want, really. Let's about there, sounds good. It's up to you for how you want it to look like. You can also slash a numpad to really see of how it looks like. You get the idea of what you want and what you're looking for. For example, if you want to have this up higher more for any reason, you can. I want to make room for the rings, so I'm not the wings. All right. Alt S. And everything looks good. All right, I want to do some more touches. You can always do like affinity touches. For example, this clips through. So I'm just going to put it to, either move it around or just do that and it's going to change it to a 2. This is going to hide. This I'm going to change. Like these, before I did it so it was like more like that and closed, and that's what I decided to do. And click these, Shift E. See how it makes it sharp? That sharp look. I like that look. And give it a good look over. And do slash on the numpad. And just kind of rearrange it in a way that you like it. Make sure stuff is GG not too close together and still scattered out. This is an 8, that's good. Slash back in the numpad. Everything looks good to me. So get out, Alt H, it all looks fantastic. Next is more accessories.